Navy's motto is not for self, but for country. I'm Rachel Reddick, and for me, those words are a family tradition too. My grandfather was part of the greatest generation. He was a Navy veteran that served in the Pacific, then came back to Pennsylvania to raise his family in Bucks County and start a small business that my uncle still runs today. During Vietnam, my dad volunteered to serve as a Navy fighter pilot and then continued to serve his community with my mom through their church and as foster parents. I was inspired to follow in their footsteps and learn some important lessons along the way. Doing the right thing isn't always popular.
She never backed down from a fight.
There was no girls' soccer team. She was as good a player, if not better, than some of the boys. So Rachel decided she wanted to play on the boys' team. A lot of the parents were against it. It's tough for a child that age to have to endure that kind of criticism. She saw something that she didn't agree with and thought was wrong. She did really well. They had a winning season, and nobody could argue with her about that. The following year, they decided they needed a girls' soccer team.
Service will put your courage to the test.
Family court is a violent and dangerous place. In fact, it was the first place that received metal detectors within the court system because of the potential danger. Rachel, who was a young advocate right out of college, was amazing with her ability to be able to jump right in and be often the only person that was between the survivor and the abuser.
And we're all in this together.
Rachel is someone who wants to serve her community, wants to serve her country. When the opportunity came up to deploy on an amphibious warship for 6 months, she jumped at the opportunity. And she was an officer directly advising the commander. She's someone who cared deeply about the sailors she led. She went out of her way to make sure that they were taken care of first.
Unfortunately, Congress never learned the same lessons I did growing up in Bucks County and in the Navy. I have a son now, and I wake up every day thinking about the world that he's going to inherit. When I saw Democrats needed a candidate to step up in Bucks County, I knew I had to run for Congress because so much is at stake for our families and our communities. Washington politicians like Brian Fitzpatrick aren't getting the job done for us. Fitzpatrick says he's an independent, but he votes with Donald Trump and Paul Ryan 80% of the time. In Congress, I won't be afraid to stand up to Donald Trump or the leaders of any party to crack down on Wall Street, help solve the opioid epidemic, and deliver universal health care, better schools, and good-paying jobs. There are some big fights ahead, but I'm ready. Join me. It's time for Congress to take a new course.